It's another fun 2 hours, Sunday night. Here we are, teaching you about the internet and the World Wide Web. Welcome, this is Net Talk Live, and for the next 2 hours, we're going to be with you, teaching you everything you need to know about the internet and the World Wide Web. And if you're tuning in for the first time, well, we'd like to thank you for tuning in. Of course, you can call in your questions and ask about the internet and the World Wide Web. Give us a call at 214-787-1570 or 800-583-1570. That's how you can call us. You can follow along on our email, or follow along on our website during the show at nettalklive.com, or send us email, nettalk@nettalklive.com. And Laura, let's kind of tell our newbies out there who may be tuning in for the first time what the show's all about.
Well, this show actually, when I try to describe it to people, it's a show that talks about the web and the internet and kind of what it's all about, and for you to get familiar with the lingo and that type of thing. And, you know, the lingo it's all used here. And my role is to say, hey, what the heck are you guys talking about? And let's bring it down to earth. And then we also have folks out there that have been surfing for several years now, and we even have the questions that are coming from the experts. But, you know, really, we're having just a good time, because this is the format that you guys need to really hear the information about the internet and the World Wide Web, because truly, this is not a fad. Even if you're the president of the United States saying everybody needs to be on the internet, you better learn it. So
That's
this
right.
is it. I mean, this is a show to actually hang out, have a good time. We're not real serious around here. We do talk about serious information. We have a good time. If you like what you see, and if you have a computer at home, you can email us during the show, or even after the show, or during the week, or whatever. And if you really like it, call up your friends and tell them to tune in. And we just have a great time, and hopefully you do too.
What was the fellow's name? I know there was somebody we ran into yesterday. What was his name that said, I don't even have a computer, but I tune into the show and I have a lot of fun doing it? What was his name?
Oh, gosh. I
Was
don't
it Paul?
remember.
Was it
Yeah,
Paul?
it was Paul.
It was Paul,
That's right.
yeah.
Hey, Paul.
Paul at the Omni. He tuned in and said he watches the show and he learns a lot, but he doesn't even have a computer. And so I think that's actually pretty cool.
But he's motivated. He's motivated by a computer.
Right. Well, before we get into the show, I want to kind of tell you some of the things you can do. You can call in, of course, right here to 570 KLF. The numbers are 214-787-1570 or 800-583-1570. You can email us, nettalk@nettalklive.com, and ask your questions. And you can chat with us during the show, which means you can talk back and forth with people on the internet who are following along with our show. And it's very likely, simply because we're broadcast worldwide via the internet. I'm going to read you a list here, Laura, real quick.
Okay.
Find interesting. Here are some of the countries that are currently online with us right now. And each of you, I want to say welcome to you, because you'll hear me when I say this all around the world. Singapore, South Korea, Australia, Thailand, the United Kingdom, Sweden, Belgium, Malaysia, Philippines, Germany, Hong Kong, Israel. The list is too long, but welcome each of you countries tuning into our show. Isn't that great?
Oh, yeah, that's wonderful. And we especially love it when you guys email us from around the world and let us know you're listening and you know, what you like best about the show and that type of thing. But also, Jovan, I have to say one thing. You're looking mighty fine this evening. Your shirt actually matches the backdrop. It's just very nice color coordination here this evening.
Well, you know what? I'm supposed to be wearing a jacket, and I forgot it. You just
look
reminded
great, though.
me.
You look real good.
Well,
It's a nice soft look for you this evening.
This is my work shirt.
But listen, I want to tell everybody, I forgot to say, coming up, I know Kim, our resident chat chick, has got some websites that she would like to present to people. And if you're a newbie, folks, there are pages on the internet that you go through. And it's kind of hard when you first get on the internet to kind of know where to go. We tell you where to go. And there are some fun things to see on the internet. And I have 3 really fun sites for you all tonight. And you got to hang out, because I'm not kidding. I've got some good ones this evening. So you got to stay with us the entire 2 hours.
Of course, we're giving away
have
some
fun.
software again during this. As every show, we give away a lot of software and do it. And I want to say congratulations again, Herb Clay, who won the Pentium computer last Sunday. We tried real hard to get him on the show. It didn't work out with his schedule. We wanted to have him on. And as we said we were going to do, we called his name, and then we called another name, but Herb did, in fact, call in time to get in. And the poor fellow, unfortunately, dialed with his wife, Laura. He dialed in 30, 35 times to get into the show, because we had so many people calling in claiming to be Herb Clay on the hotline. So we kind of got busy signals all the time. But he did get through, and he got through in time. And he won the computer. And Mark, I know you delivered that computer to him. What was it like?
Well, I didn't just deliver it. It was really great. When I pulled up, there was this huge banner on the front of his house that says, "Welcome, Net Talk Live and Computer Junction." I mean, it was like a whole welcoming committee. But yeah, we went in and we hooked up the computer, and I mean, Herb was just beside himself. He was ecstatic. He was happy. He just couldn't believe it. And it was a neat experience for me to sit there and hook it up and watch somebody who had just, I mean, well, you heard him on the show. He was just crazy about it. He thought it was great.
He was absolutely going nuts. So congratulations, Herb.
Congratulations.
And we have on March 2nd, of course, we're giving away a few more, but we're going to tell you about that a little later in the broadcast. Okay, we're 6 minutes into the show. Let's go to our first call. Let's go to Melissa in Mesquite.
Hey, Melissa, welcome to the show.
Hi, how are y'all doing?
Great. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing really good. I had a question for y'all. I signed up for your March 2nd event at the West End Marketplace,
Okay.
and somebody told me something about some tickets that I need to win prizes. I wanted to know, how do I get these tickets? And I'm real busy, so I'll go ahead and hang up and listen to y'all.
Okay, great. You know, Laura, we did get some email on that. Folks, what you need to know is March 2nd, and I'll show you this on our webpage. If you go to nettalklive.com, I'll explain this to you. March 2nd, which is what, 2 Sundays away? 2 Sundays away, we're going to be doing a live broadcast from the Dallas West End. Now, we did this one time before, December 15th, at our Christmas party at Communication Expo. And, folks, we were jam-packed. There were in excess of 4,000 people that showed up for that event at 10 to midnight. It's going to be the same time, 10 to midnight, and it was snowing then, and we're going to have good weather this time. But it's at the Dallas West End because it is going to be the largest internet party of its kind in history. You're going to be absolutely amazed when you see this thing. But I tell you what, we're going to blow your socks off, and we're giving away Pentium computers. But when you go to our website at nettalklive.com, we've gotten this question because we said it on the air. We're going to be giving away Pentium machines, the new MMX machines, scanners, software. Everybody that comes to the event gets $1,000+ worth of software from Microsoft, different software titles. One of them, like a fully licensed copy of Front Page, Laura, where you can design your own web page. That alone is $149 right there, and you're getting a fully licensed copy of that, all other kinds of software. And what happens is when you sign up or you sign up your guest, you'll get an email confirmation back that you're scheduled to attend, so we have your software when you show up. When you show up, in your software, in your CD package, will be numbered tickets in that software pack. There'll be 2 of them. One you keep and one you tear off and put into the drawing bin for the numbers to be drawn throughout the broadcast.
And that's the only way you're going to give away prizes.
And that's the only way we're going to give away prizes. We may throw a few T-shirts and stuff into the crowd just to have some fun, but the only way the software and the hardware and the computers are given away is by numbered tickets only.
That's right.
So go to our website and sign up for that, and that's the way it's going to be. Anyway, let's go to our next call. Let's go to James in Dallas.
Hey, James, welcome to the show. You are on Net Talk Live this evening.
Oh, great.
Hey, you got a question for everybody?
Yeah, I'm a small business owner here in Dallas, and I came across an advertisement about a company that'll feature my website for around $2,000. They guarantee me a 1,000% increase to my website.
Okay.
I was wondering if y'all thought this was a good way to advertise, and how do I know if I'm getting my money's worth?
Okay.
You know,
Well,
whoa.
this is something I can't answer, I know.
Well,
And I don't really understand the question that much, Devon.
It's real simple. What James is asking, you know, television and radio is one of the best ways to advertise a website. Laura, you know, it's not uncommon for us. Mark, when we feature a website on the show, how many hits would you say go to that website as a result of us talking about it on TV?
Well, we've been able to track anywhere from 20 to 60,000 hits, depending on the website and depending on what they're going there for.
Now, Mark, explain real quick what a hit is.
That's right.
A hit. What a hit typically is a request for a page. It just means a page request.
That means looking at something.
Right, going to a specific address and requesting the index page for that particular page or that address.
So like when we're showing a website on TV or talking about it on the radio, which we do at the same time,
Right.
and that page comes up, that's what's considered a page request,
That's
right?
right.
Or a hit.
That's right. That's
Okay.
a page request.
Okay, well, that's an interesting question. What I'm going to do is, James, I'm going to have you on hold. Mark, here's what I'd like you to do. You know, I've heard about this before. There's a lot of television. I'm going to tell you right now, folks, television is one of the best ways to advertise websites because you can get a lot of traffic to a website when people can see it. And you know, websites, just like any business, you have to advertise to get people there.
Well, see, that's what I want to ask Giovanni. I mean, who cares? Who cares how many hits go to a page? I mean, I don't really understand the value of how many hits.
Mark, you had a good analogy of a hit a while back. What are you talking about? Who cares when somebody goes to a web page?
You know, Laura, it's like having a store. If you had a retail store, it would be real important to you how many people came into your store.
Okay.
And that's kind of what a hit or a page request does. It tells you whether or not your website is attracting not only enough people or enough hits to your website or the right kind of hits.
I see. And I'm going to say one more thing. Mark, I know that you design websites. So let's say if I had sort of a poorly designed website where there's just like a few little typed out graphics or whatever, it was very simple. But if I went to someone like you or another web designer and said, hey, how can I increase traffic flow? Meaning, I'm going to decrease how many hits come in the door. You just make it look a lot more attractive or something. Is that correct?
Well, in a way, actually, there's a yes and no answer to both.
Okay.
To that
Well,
question.
I'm going way off base here. So.
Not just the graphics, Laura,
Mm-hmm.
but the way the site is designed is so critical for the client, in that how we structure it so people can come into that website. In other words, do we want them to go into 1 or 2 or 3 different layers so you kind of tease them along, or do you give them more information? It kind of depends on the product and the service.
So let's talk about traffic, Mark. Let's give an example. I know you track on our website, one, how many hits or page requests we get every month, and how long they stay active in our page during our broadcast. What kind of statistics do you have on that, so we can give the viewers and the listeners an idea of what kind of traffic a website can generate?
Well, actually, we track everything about our website. I can tell you that we take a little over 2 million hits a month to our website. Most of the users that come to our website stay an average of a little over 30 minutes.
30 minutes they spend
Each
with us
user.
in our website,
That's
each
right.
user. Okay.
Great.
And so with promotions and stuff, Mark, what would you say just in Dallas-Fort Worth alone, what would you say in website traffic we generate in a year with promotions and everything?
Well, I know that we get about anywhere from 18 to 20% growth per month as far as number of hits to our website. So figuring that, probably between 30 and 35 million hits a year.
Okay,
Wow.
so here was James' question. James said he's seen an advertisement. We've seen them too. For, I think he said, what, $2,000, Laura? Is that what he said?
Yes.
And it guaranteed him 1,000% increase,
Okay.
1,000% increase in traffic to his website. So
Wouldn't that be about 10 times?
yeah, about 10 times, Mark. So let me give you an example. If we took 2 million hits, we take 2 million hits a month, and this particular company was going to guarantee us 1,000% increase in website traffic,
Yes.
they would have to guarantee us that we would get 20 million hits in the same period of time.
Okay.
20 million versus 2
Can we
million.
call him back and get that number?
You know what? You know what we need to do. You know what we need to do, Mark. Real simple. Is I've put James back on hold. Okay.
Okay.
And what I want you to do, Mark, is I want you to go find information on this, because we get a lot of questions about this. I really want to see these companies that promise web traffic and promise promotion. See if you can get me some stats on it, and kind of how can we verify numbers, and how can we tell him if it's good for his investment or not. See if you can look that up, and then I want to come back to it later
bet.
on in the segment. Is
You
that okay?
bet.
Okay, let's go to our next call. Let's go to John in Terrell.
Hi.
Well, welcome, John.
Hi.
How are you tonight?
Fine.
Good. You got a question?
Yes, I do.
Okay. What is it?
Markham was talking about last week that it was not a good idea to compress your drive.
Okay.
I want to know, why is it not a good idea to compress?
Okay, we had a lot of feedback on that question, Laura. So, Mark, first you need to do is, we answered a question last week about compressing drives. Explain to the people who may have just tuned in that didn't understand what that was. What is compressing drives, and why is it not a good idea?
Well, compressing your hard drive means you want to take a 1.2 gig hard drive, for instance, and apply an algorithm that tries to make it think it's a 2.4. Okay, so we're just going to try to use a different type of compression for
wait,
the hard drive.
let me see if I can simplify this.
Okay.
Because I think there was another analogy used. If you were typing a document, Laura,
Yes.
in your word processor, and you know how you can change the size of the
The
letters,
font. Yes.
the font,
Right.
You can change the size.
Right.
Well, let's say the size is normally this big.
Uh-huh.
One way, what compression is take everything that's this big and make it this big to make
Itty-bitty.
more space, to
Okay.
make it itty bitty, and that's what Mark talking about. So, Mark, why is it not a good idea to compress?
Well, this is the biggest reason, because most people forget that they've compressed their drive. And what happens is, as they continue adding programs and software and time goes by, then they get to a point where maybe they want to uncompress a drive, or they have an error and they have to uncompress their drive. There's not enough free space left to uncompress it. And that means you are toast.
Okay, so Dave over there, I know you have some definite opinions about this. What would you recommend? We were talking about, while you were on vacation in the Caribbean, getting that nice tan you have there.
Thank you. Thank you
Growing
very
that
much.
facial hair that you have there.
That's a goatee.
A goatee,
I
not a
like that.
He
goatee.
got that on the Caribbeans on his boat.
That's pretty funny. So let me ask you a question. We recommend you just go ahead and get another hard drive. Don't try to compress. How do you feel about that?
Same way. When you compress a hard drive, you're going to lose a lot of speed from running your computer. What the computer has to do is actually decompress everything right before it runs it. So your processor is going to be taxed for the speed. Another thing is, it's very prone to get errors when it's compressed. And hard drives are becoming more and more reliable, but still, I wouldn't want to interject anything that would keep me from getting my work done on a computer. So the best bet would be to add a second hard drive to the machine.
Okay. Well, that's the best way to do it. So there you go. Hopefully we answered your question, John. Let's go to our next call. Let's go to Sherelle in Irving.
Hey, Sherelle, welcome to the show. You are on Net Talk Live tonight.
Well, good evening to you all.
Hey.
Hey.
I just had a brief question.
Okay.
If I'm not on the net right now, how do I sign up for the March 2nd event?
We get that question a lot,
Oh,
Sherelle.
that is a good question.
So I assume, Sherelle, you're planning to get on the internet?
Yes,
Okay, and you're planning to come down to the West End and win your computer to get on the internet?
of course.
Okay. Well, before I'm going to Mark has some comments he's going to give, but let me tell you, Sherelle, we're going to open it to the public. Okay, we are going to open it to the public. And right now, we've made people sign up over the website. You have to go to our website and sign. Let me tell you how it works, okay? When you go to our website and you click on the icon that says Live March 2nd, come meet us live March 2nd. When you fill out that form, okay, you're guaranteed to get all of the software that Microsoft is giving. You get the custom Internet Explorer. This is presented by Microsoft and Internet Explorer, by the way. All the other stuff that we're giving away, you're guaranteed to get that. If you're not on the net, you can't reserve a copy, okay? But you can show up. You will have to wait in a little bit of a line. We recommend you start showing up about 8 o'clock. We broadcast from 10 on. So if you're not on the net, you can show up. You'll have to wait in a line. But for most of the people that show up that aren't registered, we're over-planning on the software, so we should be able to have software for you. And, Sherelle, you can bring up to 4 friends with you.
Oh, that sounds great.
Okay? We'll see you there.
Okay.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hey,
Mark, what do you
Javon,
have?
I'd like to make an easy suggestion. Just about any public library, you can get internet access. Go to our website at nettalklive.com and register. Or you could go to Communications Expo and into the coffee shop in Diedrichs and register from there.
That's actually a pretty good idea.
That's what I'd be doing.
Registering over the web just absolutely guarantees you're going to get that $1,300 software package right
That's
when you come
right.
to the door. But we think we're going to have enough for all the people to attend, okay? So if you're not on the web and you want to come to this event and find out how to get on the web, don't worry about it. You can show up. We'll have software there for you, and you can bring up to 4 friends. Now, when we go to this break, call a friend, tell them to tune in. This break's going to be worth some software to you. Get your fingers and your mouse ready. Here we go. Hang on, and we'll see you in a very, very brief moment.
Chat Chick Kim Adams here, and it's time for another CityView.com treasure hunt. Here's what you'll win. PC Guide for Internet and Online Services. Learn to use the Internet in 1 hour with this 300-page book and 1-hour video. Here's what you'll do. Go to CityView.com and find this answer. On the DallasCityView.com site, one of the hot websites is an auto dealership that offers email price quotes. Go visit this hot automobile site and find the name of the family that owns the dealership and the names of 2 people's photos on the site, and be the first caller to our prize hotline at 214-787-1011 and you win.
What's Marvin doing in the garage?
Helping Bobby make an electromagnet for his school science project.
Marvin knows about electromagnets?
Picked it up on the internet.
I didn't know Marvin was into computers.
He's not.
Finally, a way onto the internet for people who aren't way into computers. New Southwestern Bell Internet Service. With unlimited access, you can actually access.
To buzz.
If you could change anything about yourself, what would it be?
And get new teeth. Or not to buzz.
So don't you buzz me!
That is the question.
What's the biggest lie you ever told a guy?
I'm going out with my friends.
Hi, I'm Annie Wood, host of Buzz, the game where fast-talking, quick-thinking singles get the date of their dreams. So make a date with Buzz.
Monday at 11 on Hot TV 27.
On the next heat of the night,
I sense you in some kind of trouble.
a boxer down on his luck.
The mob is trying to kill Baylor before the FBI buys him.
He's after one last shot at the big time.
Them Detroit people gonna kill you, King.
And only Gillespie can save him
I've got to go and try and talk a man out of killing himself.
from a final knockout in the heat of the night.
Monday at 4 on Hot TV 27.
Did you know that when you turn on a light, you're witnessing African American history?
You may know that Thomas Edison invented the light bulb, but not everyone knows that the carbon filament inside, which makes it light, was invented by Louis Latimer. Over 100 years ago, Latimer's carbon filament changed the world forever. So turn on the light and learn how other African Americans changed the course of history. Celebrate Black History Month.
The stuff you gotta see is on Real TV. Why would this woman dive into shark-infested waters? And what possible reason would she strap food on her arm to get their attention? Then 6,000 horses under the hood get out of control. You try going 170 to nothing in a few seconds flat. Plus, check out the bell bottoms on Gary Shandling. Betcha he wished we hadn't dug up this one. Remember, if it's caught on tape, it's on Real TV.
Monday at 6:30 on Hot TV 27.
See this Dodge Dakota? See this big screen TV? See these round trip tickets? You can score one of these hot prizes and more by playing the Hot TV 27 Watch, Listen, and Win trivia game.
Pick up your entry form at a local 7-Eleven, Incredible Universe, or participating Dodge dealership. Watch the stars on Hot TV 27 this month for the trivia answer. Call 4 in Touch or the Dallas Stars for complete details.
Watch, Listen, and Win all this month.
We're back. It's the world's best live triple cast. If you or your company needs an exciting and effective website created, then you need the best web development team in the business. The cast and crew of NetTalk Live. NetTalk Live will create a highly effective website for you or your business. Just give us a call at 800-673-3836. That's 800-673-3836. Follow along with the broadcast of NetTalk Live by going to our homepage at www.nettalklive.com. To send email during the show, address it to nettalk@nettalklive.com.
Well, it's NetTalk Live Sunday night. Here we are again, sharing our Sunday night with you. Teaching you everything you need to know about the internet. And by the way, I want to take this time just to say thanks, guys. You know, during the breaks, when you run and go call your friends and tell them to tune into this internet show, you help us out. And I want to let you know we're breaking our ratings all across the board. Every hash mark. I'll tell you something about TV. TV is measured in 15-minute increments. And we're like an average, just rounding up like a two with a 3 share every 15 minutes. Laura, those are some huge numbers. A huge portion of Dallas-Fort Worth is tuning in to this show, and that's public record. And guys, we want to say thank you for tuning in, because this show is a huge, huge hit, and it's all because of you.
That's right.
So
absolutely. Thank you so much.
We appreciate
everybody.
that. Anyway, guys, I want to go to, we had that question from James we still have holding. I want to get this information up, but I don't want to show it yet. I want to tell everybody in control room, I want to be real careful, and I don't want to show the company in question. I want to show the information of some of these sites. It was really kind of surprising to us, because this one site that talked about putting a site on television that we got asked in the first segment was they claimed to get 500,000 hits, Laura, a week.
500,000?
500,000 hits a week. That's what we were talking about.
Okay.
They claim to get 500,000 hits a week. Okay. And Mark, I know you did a nifty. It was a real simple. I guess you could call it a web developer's thing, right?
Yeah, it's kind of a gadget trick.
Well, and you went to, what'd you do? You went to their website.
Right, I went to the website.
And you typed after the whole website name, which we won't mention, you typed / and then what?
Yeah, I just typed the / and then I typed in stats, S-T-A-T-S. There are a couple of directories that are typical default directories for web server software, and stats is one of them, and guess what popped up? Their actual web statistics. It was kind of great. And
so what are we talking about here, guys? Because I'm getting a little lost, okay? So we're talking about a company.
James called in.
Or site that's claimed a certain amount, a certain number.
James called in from Dallas and said there's a company that said for $2,000 they'll feature his small business website on television. Okay, and there'll be $2,000, and we got the information from them and we checked out the website. And this particular website says they get 500,000 visits or page requests.
They claim this
every week.
Okay.
Okay, and that's kind of what they based this $2,000 on.
Right.
Okay. And what they did is, what I want to show, guys, I want to make sure we have it up right in the control room. They have a banner on their page that says, guarantee you 1,000% increase in your web traffic. Do we have that? Do we have that guy set up right? Okay. It says click here to increase your traffic 1,000% to your website. 1,000% to your website, or your money back. Now I want to go back to the web page, guys, so we can show James this. This is what James was telling us, where it says they get 500,000 hits a week. There it is. It says 500,000 hits per week is what they say to get.
That didn't sound real to me. That's why I was like, what?
Yeah, it says they get 500,000 hits per week. Now, you know, that's kind of we do that volume and more here on our television show, right? But 500,000 hits per week. So, Mark, you typed in /stats?
Yeah, actually, went to the website, just typed in /stats. Actually, I tried a couple other little things first, and I thought, really, they couldn't be that simple. But I did, and there it was. Pulled up their actual statistics, and they get, I don't know, you want me to tell you how much they actually had?
Oh, let's go ahead and show this here real quick so we can move on.
Okay. You know, this is real important.
Let's show this up here. This is, let's look at this. This is December 1st to December 31st, 1 month. And scoot over to the left with the camera guy. Scoot over to the left. It says the total number of hits for their homepage, 58,528 hits.
For the week.
For the month.
The month.
They claim they get 500,000 hits a week, and they get 58,000 hits a month. Can you believe that?
That math isn't working.
1,888 hits per day. 1,888 hits per day, Laura.
Wow.
Let's say that's 2,000 a day. In 7 days, that's only 14,000 hits, and they're claiming they get 500,000. The moral of the story, James, bottom line, if you're going to advertise your website on TV, which we think is the best way to do it, whoever you're going to do it with, make sure they can get you the traffic, make sure they're audited, and make sure you have a way to traffic it. And Mark, I know the way he can measure it on his site is what?
If he has his own site, make sure that his provider gives him an access log so he can run a program on it to make sure that he gets the kind of statistics that he wants.
Well, there you go, James.
Yeah,
I hope that helped you. This really concerned us when we looked at it because you're getting sold possibly a bill of goods. Hopefully that'll help. Hang tight, folks. We'll be right back. Go call a friend, tell them to tune in. We'll be right back after this very, very brief message. Hey Netheads, Joel Vaughn here. How would you like a chance to win another Pentium 200 machine? How would you like $1,300 worth of free software? Well, let me tell you how you do it. Go to our webpage at www.nettalklive.com. On there, you'll see a logo that says Come Meet Us Live March 2nd. Just click on it, and you will be on the page for the Net Talk Live Spring Break. Yes, March 2nd, we're going to be broadcasting live from the Dallas West End. We're giving away thousands of dollars worth of software, several Pentium 200 machines, and other hardware, and each and every person that attends gets $1,300 worth of software, including stuff like a fully licensed copy of Microsoft Front Page. How about Office 97? You'll get a copy of that as well, and many other titles. So go to our webpage at www.nettalklive.com, click on the icon that says Come Meet Us Live March 2nd, and we will see you live in person March 2nd from the Dallas West End.
If you have this on your current web browser, and if you want to fully experience all the internet has to offer,
And have the full power of sound, motion, and color of the World Wide Web.
then there is only one thing you should do. This.
Microsoft's Internet Explorer makes surfing the net, news groups, and email fun and easy.
Even for us newbies.
Internet Explorer has all the cool tools and features, and best of all,
it's absolutely free.
Get smart. Download Internet Explorer now.
To Buzz.
If you could change anything about yourself, what would it be?
And get new teeth. Or not to Buzz.
So don't you buzz me!
That is the question.
What's the biggest lie you ever told a guy?
I'm going out with my friends.
Hi, I'm Andy Wood, host of Buzz, the game where fast-talking, quick-thinking singles get the date of their dreams. So make a date with Buzz.
Monday at 11 on Hot TV 27.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please?
If someone showed you the money, would you check out new digs? Well, check this out. Fox 4 News is on a mission to show you some of the coolest pans around from the ground floor up. They're fancy, they're ritzy, and they're fully loaded with some of the funkiest features you've ever seen. Take a sneak peek at Cool Cribs, a Fox 4 News special report Tuesday at 9.
Ladies and gentlemen, do you think you know who Girl X is? While the nation so feverishly followed the Ramsey case, a tragically similar story has been playing out in obscurity in the worst housing project in America. A 9-year-old girl brutally raped, poisoned, left near dead, unable to identify her attacker. Why haven't we heard of this story? Is it because she's poor and African American? We'll investigate the shocking story of Girl X on the next Geraldo Rivera Show.
Monday at 1 on Hot TV 27.
My philosophy is get all of the education that you can. My motto is do unto others as you would have them do unto you. In some 40 years of teaching music education and band in the Dallas Public Schools, I encourage all students to take advantage of all of the extracurricular activities afforded you. Music, athletics, and foreign language.
Allison Tucker, a living legend and another thread in our rich Texas tapestry, brought to you by Fox 4 and the Junior Black Academy of Arts and Letters.
Hot TV asks, do you know which witch? Which witch flies on a big brown broom? Which witch drives a big ugly tank? Which witch casts a spell with the twitch of her nose? Which witch downs brew when things get rough? Which witch has a meddling mother? Which witch is the meddling mother? 2 witches, a bag full of tricks. A double dose of Mama's Family brewed around Bewitched. Weeknights at 5 on KDFI Hot TV 27.
Live from Dallas, Texas, broadcast worldwide, it's the world's first interactive triple cast. Watch on Hot TV KDFI Channel 27, the live broadcast from the studios of 570 KLIF Radio and sent worldwide via AudioNet. It's Net Talk Live with your co-host, Laura Lewis. Gadget Guy, Dave Matthews. Webhead, Mark Markham. And your tour guide to the internet and host of Net Talk, Jovan. Net Talk Live is brought to you by Microsoft, developers of the world's leading computer software, including the internet's smartest web browser, Internet Explorer. Get smart. Download your free copy of Internet Explorer now. Communication Expo, your one-stop low-price communication superstore. Communication Expo, the first 20,000 square foot communications superstore. Visit us in North Dallas at Beltline and the Toll Road. Sponsored in part by Computer Currents Magazine, your source for computing in the real world. Visit us on the World Wide Web at currents.net. Sponsored in part by cityview.com, your local information and entertainment source. Visit us on the World Wide Web at cityview.com. So boot up your computer, grab your mouse, and join in the fun, learning about the internet and the World Wide Web. Follow along with the broadcast of Net Talk Live by going to our homepage at www.nettalklive.com. To send email during the show, address it to nettalk@nettalklive.com.
Okay, folks, it's Net Talk Live, and we're back, and hopefully you had fun during that break, and you called a friend. Hang tight, because we're giving away some more software during the broadcast. We got a 2-software package coming up that's going to be worth quite a bit. Anyway, let's go to our next call. Let's go to Paul in Arlington.
Hey, Paul, how are you doing?
Hello there.
Do you have any questions this evening?
Well, I'm somewhat confused by all the different ISPs in the area and would like for y'all's input in the area.
Okay, for all the internet service providers.
Right.
Okay.
And need to get some assistance on how to go about making the transitions from the normal computer-oriented routines into the internet more automated, so I don't have to input so much stuff myself.
Are you currently on the net, Paul?
No, I have been in the past, but it became so complicated with the last service provider that we tried that I just gave up.
How long ago was that?
Last month.
Last month? Well, that wasn't too long ago. Okay.
No, I wasn't too pleased with them.
Oh,
and
okay.
why are you laughing, by the way? You're
I was
laughing.
just trying to get the best deal I can, but
yeah.
The service they gave us wasn't worth it.
Well, you know what?
Okay.
I'm gonna. It's real simple.
I know why you're laughing, though. I want to point this out. You're
Why?
laughing because that shouldn't happen these days.
Well, no, it shouldn't happen. There's so much competition, folks. There are 50 different internet service providers in Dallas, Texas. It's real simple. The competition's real hot and real heavy. And depending on who you were on, there was some problems. You know, every internet service provider goes through problems. I'm talking everybody, from the biggest to the smallest, has problems. It happens, especially when you grow real fast. So, you know, all I can tell you is I maintain, there's 3 different ones I maintain. Internet America, Southwestern Bell, and CompuNet, or Computech, whichever one you want to call it. Mark, I know you can go to, what is it, thelist.com? How can he compare?
That's right. He can, if he was on the net, he could go to www.thelist.com and take a look at all the ISPs for his area code and kind of take a look at how long they've been in business, how much connectivity they got. Typically, you know, get a good idea about what kind of system they have and whether or not they can give him the kind of service he's after.
So what should he ask for, Mark? He wants to choose one. What should he look for? What should he ask for?
I ask these questions. How many users per modem do you have? What kind of free service are you going to give me if I can't get on? You know, in other words, how are you going to take care of me as a customer if all of a sudden I can't get on, if I can't get answers? Do they have technical support 24 hours a day? Is somebody going to answer the phone if I have difficulties?
You know, that's a good one, Mark. We talked about this before.
Absolutely.
Is real simple is if you want to get a good gauge of your internet service provider, before you sign up, call their technical support lines and see how quick they get to you to help you out. So, Gadget, what would be your criteria? What would you tell him? He's looking for an ISP. Who do you use, and what would you tell him to check for?
I use a handful of them too. OnRamp, I use Netcom and Sprint. So I've got a plethora of them to dial into as well. Busy signals are common amongst all of them, so I can't say one's better than the other. But what I would ask is, how many points are they connected into the internet by? And these are high-speed, very expensive connections. It should be 3. I'd say no less than 3. There's probably 4 or 6 real big ones to tie into. And if you're in at least 3, you won't have a problem getting outside of the modem that you dial into.
Yeah, I do not understand what Dave just said.
Well, the internet providers have to buy internet connectivity. They aren't just magically placed on the internet. So you can buy this connectivity from Sprint, MCI, UUNet. These are the high-speed, very expensive
So how do you know if these
connections.
ISPs have this 3? Is it a rating or something?
No,
or
you ask them how many points.
How many points? That's a question to ask.
How many connections do they have to the net? And
Okay.
you could even go so far as to ask the speed of each connection, because there's different variances there as well. It all depends on how much they pay for this connection. That's one half of the picture. The other half of the picture is, what kind of modems do they have? Will they go to, say, 56K modem? Or if you're ready to become more of a power user, will they support ISDN for you?
And these are things that you should just actually, if you don't know much about this, just write it down as you listen to the
That's
show.
right.
Or else I can go ahead and email you, right? And you can tell
that'll
them
work.
this via email. But anyway, Jovan, I just want to say something real quickly for newbies out there. If you have a computer and you want to get on the internet, you have to have an internet service provider. That's what it is. It's a company that allows you to get on the internet. And before, there used to be big companies like America Online and Prodigy and I don't remember. CompuServe. And that was the way that you did it. And now it's much more popular to go straight onto the internet via these other companies, which is more like a main doorway. You just open it up, you just jump right on the internet, whereas the other ones kind of got to go through a bunch of hallways to get to the internet.
Yeah, these other ones used to sell service to their computers.
I mean, they're great service.
Right, and now the internet is globally. You can go to any computer you want to, and the key is to get a direct connection to the internet. Anyway, let's go to our next call. Let's go to Richard in Garland.
Hey, Richard, welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you.
You're on Net Talk Live.
I have a question for you regarding downloading off the news groups. I have some problems. I can download the files that are zip format, but the other ones that are in some type of hex or MIME, I have a problem trying to figure out how to download those.
Okay, and so you're talking about moving a file. If you go into a news group where a bunch of people talking to each other, right?
Right. A news group is like, it's kind of like
It's
chat.
not chat.
It's a bulletin board.
It's a
is the
bulletin
best.
board, right.
Mhm.
It's kind of like chat, but it's not in real time. People post notes back and forth, and you can reply to them and see what somebody said, and you can keep them.
Like Harry Smith in Minneapolis says, I like, Godiva chocolate, and then somebody else from New York says, well, I like, my M&Ms or
right,
something like that.
And that's in the chocolate
news
lovers
group.
news group. Chocolate. So Dave, what was Richard talking about? I mean, he said MIME and hex and stuff like that. Real quick.
Okay, what these are ways to encode what would normally be a binary file or something that's not readable. These are ways to convert it to text so you could place it on something like a bulletin board. Otherwise, you can't place a file on a bulletin board. You can only place text. So these are pretty complicated conversions. We need to ask him one question. How is he trying to access these news groups? What program?
Okay, I'm using the Netscape Navigator 3.01, and then I just go to News, And then once I'm into each group, some files that I download are already in a zip format, so there's no problem with it. But some come up that they're 1.2, and then there's another file that has to be attached to that one.
I know exactly what that is. What's happening is the news groups get flooded with thousands and thousands of messages. If just one message of this file is out of place, it will screw up the deconversion of this text.
It will what, Dave? It will screw up the what?
The deconversion. It's a bug. Every piece of the puzzle has to be there, or you don't have the full picture. And what's happening with news groups is a single piece is left out of the picture, and it will not decode the picture or the image or whatever the binary file is because of that.
So how does he fix this, Mark? What would you recommend to this fellow? He wants to fix this and download. What's going on, and make it real quick?
Well, number one, anybody that downloads something from a news group, I think, has lost their mind. But actually,
Mark, wait a minute, Mark.
Viruses. There's a lot of viruses passed on news groups.
Okay.
How do you feel about that again, Mark?
He's lost his mind.
Rewind.
Okay, when we come back, we're going to answer immediately. When we come back, we're going to tell Richard what he needs to do to download. And Laura, what do you have for us?
I have a couple. I'm going to do a search and show people what a search is, and I have a really great three sites to come up in the next hour and a half.
Okay, folks, so you hang on. You've got some great stuff coming up from Laura. Hang tight. Call a friend. We'll be right back. Hey, Netheads, Joel Vaughn here. How would you like a chance to win another Pentium 200 machine? How would you like $1,300 worth of free software? Well, let me tell you how you do it. Go to our webpage at www.nettalklive.com. On there, you'll see a logo that says, "Come meet us live March 2nd. Just click on it, and you will be on the page for the Net Talk Live Spring Break. Yes, March 2nd, we're going to be broadcasting live from the Dallas West End. We're giving away thousands of dollars worth of software, several Pentium 200 machines, and other hardware, and each and every person that attends gets $1,300 worth of software, including stuff like a fully licensed copy of Microsoft Front Page. How about Office 97? You'll get a copy of that as well, and many other titles. So go to our webpage at www.nettalklive.com. Click on the icon that says, "Come meet us live March 2nd, and we will see you live in person March 2nd from the Dallas West End."
Value Man here.
Some fans think hockey comes naturally to Mike Modano. The fact is, it took a lifetime of commitment, years of hard work, and countless practice shots.
Cold ice, cool game, hot TV.
Is this in my contract?
The hottest shot is Stars Hockey on Hot TV 27.
What does she have that she doesn't have? What has he got that he hasn't got? Why have teeth that look like this when you could have a smile like this?
It's a great feeling.
Why feel embarrassed when you can feel confident? See why it's never too late for switching smiles. A Fox 4 News special report tomorrow night at 10.
On the next heat of the night,
I sense you in some kind of trouble.
a boxer down on his luck.
The mob is trying to kill Baylor before the FBI buys him.
He's after one last shot at the big time.
Them Detroit people gonna kill you, King.
And only Gillespie can save him
I've got to go and try and talk a man out of killing himself.
from a final knockout in the heat of the night.
Monday at 4 on Hot TV 27.
Did you know that when you turn on a light, you're witnessing African-American history? You may know that Thomas Edison invented the light bulb, but not everyone knows that the carbon filament inside, which makes the light, was invented by Louis Latimer. Over 100 years ago, Latimer's carbon filament changed the world forever. So turn on a light and learn how other African Americans changed the course of history. Celebrate Black History Month.
The stuff you gotta see is on Real TV. Why would this woman dive into shark-infested waters? And what possible reason would she strap food on her arm to get their attention? Then 6,000 horses under the hood get out of control. You try going 170 to nothing in a few seconds flat. Plus, check out the bell bottoms on Gary Shandling. Betcha he wished we hadn't dug up this one. Remember, if it's caught on tape, it's on Real TV.
Monday at 6:30 on Hot TV 27.
We're back with the world's first live triple cast. It's Net Talk Live. If you'd like to become a sponsor of Net Talk or have your website or computer products shown on the air, just give us a call.
That's Jeff Harris. There's MP Welch, our assistant director, making this stuff go rock and roll. By the way, MP, turn to the camera, MP. Let's go back. If you're watching TV, we got to go back. So this is MP. MP, you turn around here. On a future show, you hang on. We're going to set this guy up right here on TV. We're going to find him a woman on our show. He's our assistant director. He does a lot of this stuff that makes the show look well.
And he's so nice.
And he is a great guy. And folks, you know what? Send me some email, ladies, because you want to get a hold of a good guy that's smart and educated and has a fun career and does fun stuff with this. You send me some email, and we're going to send MP and whoever he chooses from that email out on a date. Compliments of Net Talk
Did
Live.
he know that you were going to?
No, he didn't. And now
With a chaperone.
now he's freaking out.
You are dead.
Mark, are you going to chaperone?
I'm going to do that.
He will get you.
I'm going to do that. Let's see. I wanted to kind of say, let's fire up chat here. Well, I want to show you something real quick. Bend down here in the camera. This is Shane Singleton. This is Shane right here. Turn the camera on him. See him?
There you go.
This is Shane, one of our interns. Wave it. This is another one of the people we have behind the scenes that kind of make stuff go on. Thanks, Shane. Anyway, I'm going to say kind of hi to some people on chat. Get a load of these names, Laura. Beef Noodle, Chat Lady, Bullet, Ice Princess, Jet Geek, Ace, Jamore, and Cheese. So there, I said cheese on TV. I saw that on chat. Anyway. Isn't that funny?
No.
Thank you, Laura. Thank you, Laura.
I think those names that people use on
Pickle.
the net are an absolute hoot. Okay.
Jovan, are you going to let me do something here? Are you going to let me get my stuff in here? What do we have to do?
Jovan's lost it.
It's exciting.
Okay, let me take over now.
It's all ball bearings.
Okay. Anyway, Jovan, what I'd like to do is, because later on I have a site that's relevant to what I want to do right now. So is Mark going to surf for me real quick?
Mark's going to surf for you,
Okay.
and you're going to tell him what you need,
What
and then
I-
we're going to go back to
here's-
Richard and Garland, who are going to give him his
okay.
answer. But
This is what I need to do. Mark, what I'd like to do is I want to show folks out there how you do a search on the internet. We do this occasionally, but what I want to do is let's go into my favorite search engine right now. No. We're not going there. No. Wrong.
We got to go to
wrong.
Mark's computer.
That's not what we're doing right now. We're going to go to a regular search on Excite. And we're going to do a Mark's computer. And what we're going to do is I want you to go ahead. It's my favorite browser right now. It's Excite. And it's, did I say it right?
Search engine.
I'm sorry. Search engine. Okay, anyway, look up Sugar Glider.
What?
Sugar Glider.
Sugar Glider.
Sugar Glider.
Sugar glider.
Okay,
Sugar
now go in
Glider.
and then do a search for
Are you
me.
sure we can look at that site?
Oh, come on.
Hey,
Sugar.
this is secure. Can we do that?
Yeah, that's cool.
Sugar.
Secure.
Should there be a space in there, Laura? Sugar Glider?
I don't know. We'll see if it comes up. If there's okay, here we go. And it says how many do we find? Extract search found 12 documents. Right down there. What this is if we found that we did a search and we found 12 documents that tells where the Sugar Glider
It
is.
says Sugar Glider questions, baby Sugar Glider
Baby
for
Sugar
some-
Glider for guys, this is the latest craze in pets, and it's the cutest thing. And it's like a marsupial, and y'all know what a marsupial
There it is. Hey, click
is?
on that, Mark. What is a Sugar
What
Glider?
is a Sugar Glider? And a Sugar Glider is similar to a flying squirrel. It says right there, and goes into all this information. Well, I wanted to show you. You can take anything and put it on the web and find information on it. And if if it's too obscure, you may not. However, this is one way that people can find out. Let's say the latest craze in these small, tiny pets that are pouch animals, like kangaroos and aren't koala. I don't remember. Koalas are pouch. I don't remember.
Marsupials.
They're marsupials. But you go in and see these cute little boogers in the stores. They're
Laura,
darling, and they have personality, and and they live in a pouch, and it's the latest craze. And my kids are trying to get me to buy a sugar glider.
You know what, Laura? This is funny you say this. One of my best friends just registered the domain name sugarglider.com, and he's going to have everything about these weird animals.
Oh, how fun!
They are so neat. They fly. They're flying squirrels.
Later on, it's relevant. I got a site I want to show you that's kind of related to this one, but that was just to show how you do a search on the internet.
Wow.
But
That's
anyway.
a sugar glider. I'd never heard of it. Well, there you go. The internet could have every question or every answer to every question you want to know about what's out there and what does it look like. Hang tight, because this break is going to be worth 2 software packages. 2 software packages. You hang tight, fire up your fingers, get your mouse, let's go. We'll see you in just a minute. Hey, Netheads, Jovan here, and it's time for a Net Talk Live treasure hunt. The site you're going to go to is our website at www.nettalklive.com. And if you're the winner, we're going to give you 2 pieces of software. The first piece is Yahoo Internet News Ticker. You can get entertainment, news, sports, weather, and financial reports all on your screensaver on your computer. The second piece of software is called Burn It. Email, personal files, legal files, love letters. And when you erase them on your computer, do you really think they're gone? Well, Burn It can make sure they're gone off your hard drive forever. That's what you're going to win. Now, here's what you do. Go to our website at nettalklive.com and find the following saying. Ready for this? Find the saying, Yabba Dabba Doo. Yes, Yabba Dabba Doo. It's somewhere in our website, and if you're the first one to find that saying, give us a call at 787-1011. That's our prize hotline at 214-787-1011, and you'll win.
Ladies and gentlemen, do you think you know who Girl X is? While the nation so feverishly followed the Ramsey case, a tragically similar story has been playing out in obscurity in the worst housing project in America. A 9-year-old girl brutally raped, poisoned, left near dead, unable to identify her attacker. Why haven't we heard of this story? Is it because she's poor and African American? We'll investigate the shocking story of Girl X on the next Geraldo Rivera Show.
Monday at 1 on Hot TV 27.
My philosophy is get all of the education that you can. My motto is do unto others as you would have them do unto you. In some 40 years of teaching music education and band in the Dallas Public Schools, I encourage all students to take advantage of all of the extracurricular activities afforded you. Music, athletics, and foreign language.
Allison Tucker, a living legend and another thread in our rich Texas tapestry, brought to you by Fox 4 and the Junior Black Academy of Arts and Letters.
Your Fred sure planned a humdinger of a trip.
Did the whole thing on the internet.
I didn't know Fred was into computers.
He's not.
Finally, a way onto the internet for people who aren't way into computers. New Southwestern Bell Internet Service. So easy we'll even set you up and get you going.
Hot TV asks, do you know which witch? Which witch flies on a big brown broom? Which witch drives a big ugly tank? Which witch casts a spell with the twitch of her nose? Which witch downs brew when things get rough? Which witch has a meddling mother? Which witch is the meddling mother? 2 witches, a bag full of tricks. A double dose of Mama's Family brewed around Bewitched. Weeknights at 5 on KDFI Hot TV 27.
Some fans think hockey comes naturally to Mike Madonna. The fact is, it took a lifetime of commitment, years of hard work, and countless practice shots.
Cold ice, cool game, hot TV.
Is this in my contract?
The hottest shot is Stars Hockey on Hot TV 27.
What does she have that she doesn't have? What has he got that he hasn't got? Why have teeth that look like this when you could have a smile like this?
It's a great feeling.
Why feel embarrassed when you can feel confident? See why it's never too late for switching smiles. A Fox 4 News special report tomorrow night at 10.
We're back. It's the world's best live triple cast. If you or your company needs an exciting and effective website created, then you need the best web development team in the business. The cast and crew of NetTalk Live. NetTalk Live will create a highly effective website for you or your business. Just give us a call at 800-673-3836. That's 800-673-3836. Follow along with the broadcast of NetTalk Live by going to our homepage at www.nettalklive.com. To send email during the show, address it to nettalk@nettalklive.com.
Okay, we're back in this segment. It's going to be a real short segment this time. Wonder what we've got going on tonight out there in the cyber world. Well, do we have any of that chat going on? Let's see if we've got some chat going on there, and must not be up on the screen. Oh, there we go. Ace, Alistair, Amos, there's all the people in chat. They're all saying hi. You kind of see it blow by when it goes by. That's enough now. Laura, I know you've got a website. What do you have for us tonight?
Okay, relevant to what I just did. Now, that's called a search engine, and you can go in on the internet and choose one of these search engines. I like Excite, and go in with a subject and surf around. It's all computerized because it's all computers, and it's the internet. Now, on this site right here, it's called Human Search. This is one of Laura's picks on our website. All you got to do is go to the website and look under Laura's picks. This right here was sent to me, by the way, by one of our viewers named Whitney. And Whitney, I'm sorry, I don't remember your last name. I forgot my sheet at home with your email. But you sent me to this, and you said, this is great because newbies, especially when you get on the internet, if you want to look up a particular subject and you're not familiar with how to use search engines, you can go to this site right here, which I call Human Search, underneath Laura's Picks, and all you got to do is write in the specific question you have. And also, if you scroll down a little bit, Jeff, you can show that they'll say, please describe your goals for using this information. And this is all for free. This is just a bunch of guys that decide they're doing a service for folks out there that like to surf on the internet.
That's a great one to do.
Yes, it's very easy.
That's good for newbies. So now, Gadget Guy Dave, I understand you've got something that's real good for people to do, kind of a tip that they show you. What do you have?
I do. I've got this week's tech tip, and a lot of times I talk about tips that get pretty complex. This one is super easy. When you install software to your computer that does a radical or a very big change, a lot of times you have to restart a computer. So let's cut to my computer and I'll show this. What you need to do, when it asks you to restart the computer, I'm going to do shutdown and click restart. Hold down your shift key when you hit the yes button. What that'll do is not count memory, so you'll boot about 45 seconds to a minute and a half faster.
So it's a quicker way to reboot your computer.
That's right. Hold down the shift key while you hit yes.
Okay, folks, we're headed into break. Told you this was a short one. Call a friend. We got a whole nother hour left. We got tons of software. We'll see you. Hey, Netheads, Joel Vaughn here. How would you like a chance to win another Pentium 200 machine? How would you like $1,300 worth of free software? Well, let me tell you how you do it. Go to our webpage at www.nettalklive.com. On there, you'll see a logo that says, Come Meet Us Live, March 2nd. Just click on it, and you will be on the page for the Net Talk Live Spring Break. Yes, March 2nd, we're going to be broadcasting live from the Dallas West End. We're giving away thousands of dollars worth of software, several Pentium 200 machines, and other hardware, and each and every person that attends gets $1,300 worth of software, including stuff like a fully licensed copy of Microsoft Front Page. How about Office 97? You'll get a copy of that as well, and many other titles. So go to our webpage at www.nettalklive.com, click on the icon that says Come Meet Us Live March 2nd, and we will see you live in person March 2nd from the Dallas West End. I used to use Netscape. I now use Microsoft Internet Explorer.
I used to use Netscape, and I now use Microsoft Internet Explorer.
I switched to Internet Explorer because we put it to the test, and Internet Explorer is the better browser.
I switched to Internet Explorer because it's easier to use, has everything the other browser has, and it's free.
Absolutely free.
Isn't it time you switched?
It's easy.
Just go to this website
and click on this logo, and your computer does the rest.
Get smart. Get Internet Explorer.
Download it now. It's free.
Did you know that when you turn on a light, you're witnessing African American history? You may know that Thomas Edison invented the light bulb, but not everyone knows that the carbon filament inside, which makes it light, was invented by Louis Latimer. Over 100 years ago, Latimer's carbon filament changed the world forever. So turn on a light and learn how other African Americans changed the course of history. Celebrate Black History Month.
The stuff you gotta see is on Real TV. Why would this woman dive into shark-infested waters? And what possible reason would she strap food on her arm to get their attention? Then 6,000 horses under the hood get out of control. You try going 170 to nothing in a few seconds flat. Plus, check out the bell buttons on Gary Shandling. Betcha he wished we hadn't dug up this one. Remember, if it's caught on tape, it's on Real TV.
Monday at 6:30 on Hot TV 27.
See this Dodge Dakota? See this big screen TV? See these round trip tickets? You can score one of these hot prizes and more by playing the Hot TV 27 Watch, Listen, and Win trivia game.
Pick up your entry form at a local 7-Eleven, Incredible Universe, or participating Dodge dealership. Watch the stars on Hot TV 27 this month for the trivia answer. Call 4 in Touch or the Dallas Stars for complete details.
Watch, Listen, and Win all this month.
To buzz.
If you could change anything about yourself, what would it be?
And get new teeth. Or not to buzz.
So don't you buzz me.
That is the question.
What's the biggest lie you ever told a guy?
I'm going out with my friend.
Hi, I'm Andy Wood, host of Buzz, the game where fast-talking, quick-thinking singles get the date of their dream. So make a date with Buzz.
Monday at 11 on Hot TV 27.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please?
If someone showed you the money, would you check out new digs? Well, check this out. Fox 4 News is on a mission to show you some of the coolest pans around from the ground floor up. They're fancy, they're ritzy, and they're fully loaded with some of the funkiest features you've ever seen. Take a sneak peek at Cool Cribs, a Fox 4 News special report Tuesday at 9.
Live from Dallas, Texas, broadcast worldwide. It's the world's first interactive triple cast. Watch on Hot TV KDFI Channel 27, the live broadcast from the studios of 570 KLIF Radio and sent worldwide via AudioNet. It's Net Talk Live with your co-host, Laura Lewis. Gadget Guy, Dave Matthews. Webhead, Mark Markham. And your tour guide to the internet and host of Net Talk, Jovan. Net Talk Live is brought to you by Microsoft, developers of the world's leading computer software, including the internet's smartest web browser, Internet Explorer. Get smart. Download your free copy of Internet Explorer now. Communication Expo, your one-stop low-price communication superstore. Communication Expo, the first 20,000 square foot communication superstore. Visit us in North Dallas at Beltline and the Toll Road. Sponsored in part by Computer Currents Magazine, your source for computing in the real world. Visit us on the World Wide Web at currents.net. Sponsored in part by cityview.com, your local information and entertainment source. Visit us on the World Wide Web at cityview.com. So boot up your computer, grab your mouse, and join in the fun, learning about the internet and the World Wide Web. Follow along with the broadcast of Net Talk Live by going to our homepage at www.nettalklive.com. To send email during the show, address it to nettalk@nettalklive.com.
Well, we're back in the second hour here. It's kind of nice to be with you for 2 hours on a Sunday night, teaching about the internet and the World Wide Web and answering your questions and having a lot of fun as we kind of twirl around here and teach you what's going on in this big, wonderful, wide world of the internet. And in case you just joined us, this is Net Talk Live, and of course, we're coming to you from radio. What you're seeing is we are inside a radio station right here at 570 KLF in downtown Dallas, and we are broadcasting on television via KDFI here in town, which is a Fox LMA. It's probably the only one in the country in LMA outside of owned. It's a Fox independent station, I guess.
Oh, and you're going to start doing segments on Channel 4.
Right.
Right, coming up. Are you going to do that this week?
Next week.
Next week? You're going to start doing a morning segment every single week?
Right, we're planning that out, getting them all their
Very
stuff and stuff.
good.
And you'll learn about the internet on Fox and all that good stuff. But you can call us, 1570 or 800-583-1570.
Was that correct? Did I say something?
100%.
We can wake up to Jovan.
You can wake up to me in the mornings. Anyway, 787-1570 and 800-583-1570. Those are the numbers to know. We do apologize. The lines are busy. That's the way it goes. But if you call in, you should drop in a line when we kind of let somebody go. But you can call in at 787-1570 or 800-583-1570. That's how you call in and participate in the show. Mark, I know we had a call earlier. Was the fellow's name Richard, and he was talking about downloading in news groups, and he couldn't do it. And I want to give him a better answer than what we gave him.
Yeah, I didn't really mean for him to go off thinking that I thought he lost his mind. What I really meant was you have to be really careful about downloading stuff in news groups because there are a lot of viruses passed that way on the internet in stuff in news groups. The easiest way is to get it via a zip file. If you have stuff up on a news group that you have problems with once you've downloaded it, look for it again in the next day or two to be reposted because it happens all the time. They just don't get in sync real well. The servers don't. So you might ask them to repost it and put it back up, or because there may come in more than one piece like Dave was talking about. If you really want it, then ask whoever posted up in the original place to repost it, and you can go get it that way.
But can he protect himself? He's going to go get a file in a news group, some sort of virus scan software before is that possible?
Yeah, if he downloads it, just be real careful and certain that he, scans it with a good virus scanner, like, McAfee's virus scanner is a good one to scan the zip file or whatever the file may be to make sure there's no bugs involved in that plan. Jovan, I got to tell you about something on the March 2nd remote thing. Brandon and Jeff and myself have been working on, and we compiled a brand new special version of the NetTalk Live Internet Explorer complete with brand new logos, a whole animated logo thing, a bunch of brand new links. We've got about 80 links to favorite sites and hot sites that we've had in the past, and Laura's and yours and ours, all built into this whole new browser. We've included NetMeeting and Comic Chat and layout controls and all kinds of great stuff that we're going to be giving away on March the 2nd. And I just wanted to let people know that when they get there, that's one of the things they're going to get. I mean, the event's sponsored by Microsoft, and, we compiled our version of the Internet Explorer so that people could get on the net and enjoy it and kind of see it the same way that we do here on NetTalk Live using the Internet Explorer.
And we're going to be showing you at this broadcast at the West End. We're going to be showing the thousands of you that will be there for the largest internet party of its kind, folks. I guess I should tell you this. I'm going to drop you one thing that may be going on real special. And I don't even know if I told you this. There is a very good chance when you show up to the West End, since it looks like it's going to be the largest internet party ever, that our show will be nationally televised.
You can't say the network yet.
I can't say the network yet. And you may be on national TV when this thing happens. You hang tight. We may tell you about that next Sunday. We may actually tell you about that next Sunday. But it's going to be a lot of fun. And some of the things we're going to be teaching you is some of the advantages of using Internet Explorer. And you're going to get this just wonderful software package when you show up. So please sign up your friends. And those of you that signed up friends to attend with you, you need to send them back to our website and let them register so we make sure we have them locked up as well. Anyway, let's go to a call. Let's go to Al in Dallas.
Hey, Al. Hey, welcome to the show.
Good to be here. I've got a question. I've got a Macintosh Power PC.
Great.
And
I like that one. I like that.
I figured you would.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to connect it up to my IBM PC. And I've got Ethernet. The Power PC has got the built-in Ethernet, and I'm connected hardware-wise. And I need to know, how can I get them to see files across each other with the Windows 95 peer-to-peer.
So if I explain this simple, you want to connect a regular PC with a Macintosh.
Right. I want to transfer my WAV files back and forth.
Okay. Well, let's see if we've got Mac Mano fired up in there and got him in his cubbyhole, because it sounds like a Mac question to me.
Sure does.
Luis, are you over there?
I am over here.
You are over there?
Yes.
Well, that's my Brooklyn accent. I tried to do a Puerto Rican accent, and I blew it.
That's not a very good Puerto Rican accent.
So, can we tell Al how to do this?
Yes. If you want to just transfer little files, I'd say the best solution for you and the cheapest one is just to put it on a floppy on your PC and transfer it to the Mac. The Mac will read the PC floppy, no problem. If you want to transfer bigger files, then you want to hook them up in the network. You're going to have to get either a board for your PC or get a software solution that will do AppleTalk. But that was going to be a lot more costly if you just want to share WAV files.
So if you had to recommend something, let's say he didn't want to do it just via a disk, and he really wanted to network these things together, okay? He said he wanted to specifically transfer WAV files, which are sound files, Laura, right? Am I right, Luis? Sound files, back and forth. So you just say, just save it on a disk and do it. But let's say he wants to get more techno than that. What would he need?
I don't know exactly what companies sell this software because I don't use it. I don't need it because I don't have a PC.
Oh no, we've been.
Oh, wait a minute.
All right,
Wait a minute.
Ouch.
Mac, wait, Luis's mic is going out. It's going out.
But anyway, if he emails me, I can find out for him because I know people who know what software and what companies sell it.
So it's either a software solution or a hardware solution.
There's a board that will do Apple Talk.
But he can make them talk together. Is that correct?
Yes, he can.
Now, gadget, that's a gadget question when it comes to a board. Do you know about this
That's
gadget?
right. Well, the protocols which they talk over, which is Ethernet, is capable on both systems, but Windows 95 does not allow that out of the box. Mark, I believe Windows NT does. Can you confirm that?
And the Mac does.
Yes.
Right, okay, Windows NT will, but Windows 95, he's going to need a special program. That's what Luis is going to have to get back with him on.
Okay.
Maybe we'll bring that as a tip next week.
To be
we might have to do
There
it.
we
So,
go.
Luis,
There you go.
what else do you have for us today, my friend?
What else do I have for you guys?
You got anything for us today?
Well, I don't know.
Give me some.
See, that's all there is for Max. Let's go on.
Luis, give me.
Y'all are cruel.
Give me the Big Mac for the day, man. Come on, give me the Big Mac. Give me something good.
Well, that's good. Big Mac for the day.
Well, it depends what you want. You want a tip? What do you want?
Give me a Mac tip. Give me a Mac tip. You know what? I want you to work up a doozy Mac tip for me. I'm gonna go to another call.
Okay.
I want you to work up a doozy Mac tip. And just because, turn the camera on me, Kurt. You know why?
Hey.
Just because you Mac folks, we love you, and we're going to take care of you.
There you go.
We love
Violin,
you. We
send
love you
email.
too.
Ouch.
Send email.
We love you too. We love you,
Well,
Mac people.
I love
we
you,
love
Mac people, and I'm
Okay.
about to buy my new power. What is it called again?
Performa 6400.
That's what I'm getting.
200 megahertz.
I'm buying it. 2 weeks. Within the next 2 weeks, I got it.
What's wrong with your mic, Barb? What's wrong
Stop
with your mic?
it.
Anyway,
Stop
okay.
it. Anyway. See, if you haven't
You guys are
been
terrible.
following along with the show, this is primarily a PC, or in the old ways, they used to call them IBM computers, but it's very cool to call them PC, and it's very skewed towards PC, but there are a couple of us here that adore Macintosh. which
A
is
couple?
A couple.
Actually, yeah,
you
too.
and me.
That's it.
But
Well, that accounts
we
for
think they're the
50% of the
best.
Mac users in Dallas. Let's go to our next call.
You're going to get, Jovan, you're going to get in trouble.
They know I'm playing. Laura, they know I'm. Look, guys, Mac folks, you know I'm playing. You know, look, you give me great material when you send me emails.
Oh, gosh.
Let's go to Bob in Plano. Hey, Bob.
Hi, Bob.
Hello.
Hey, you're on Net Talk Live tonight.
Well, good.
Bob, are you a Mac user?
Absolutely not.
Oh, great. Then you can stay on the air. Go ahead.
Golly.
Anyway, what you got for us, Bob?
Listen, the caller earlier talking about the 1,000 times your increase for the 2000. One thing people.
Yeah, that was. Let me real quick, the folks earlier in our first segment. In fact, might have been the first call of the show. Somebody was talking about that they saw an advertisement where they could spend $2,000 and increase the traffic to their website by 1,000% over. So, what do you have, Bob?
Well, we're launching a new internet service provider called CompuAssist.net on March 1st. And one thing small business need to remember is that when you get a lot of simultaneous users, you have to pay much more per month for the service. And the more users you get, the more hits you get, the wider your bandwidth has to be, forcing you in from say, simple service up to T1 lines. Somebody like y'all probably take 2 or 3 T1 lines to handle the kind of volume you have, maybe more. And the way you can calculate that out for your business is that you figure that an ISDN line is 512K bandwidth, so you divide that by 28.8, and you see you can have a little 17.5 users on at one time. And most internet service providers cut you off at that point, or else it takes your whole system down to like 300 baud.
So what you're saying, Bob, is where some of these small businesses need to account for traffic is if they're going to send a lot of traffic to their website because there's some hidden costs there in bandwidth to support it on a continual basis, is that they better make it pay for itself.
Exactly. And if you're going to have all these users coming, they better be buying something.
Well, that's a good point. So, Bob, we appreciate your phone call.
All right. Hey, I sent you an email. Look it up and hit my personal webpage. I think you'll get a kick out of it.
I'll check it out. Thanks, Bob.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye-bye, Bob.
You know, it's one good thing that people can communicate with us that way, but he had an opinion, and Laura, I'll decipher it for you. It's real simple.
Okay.
He was talking about a small business normally use just a regular internet account and get a web page. That can only handle so much traffic.
Yes.
If all of a sudden 2 people a day were looking at your site and that went to, well, 1,000% increase, that'd be 20 a day. Anyway, no.
This is like, let's talk about my site
Anyway, so if they started getting tens of thousands of hits, what he's basically saying is a little bitty system wouldn't handle it and you're going to pay more money.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
There you go.
We're done.
Let's take our next call. Let's go to line 4. Let's go to Neely in Arlington.
Hey, what a nice name, Neely. How are you doing this evening? Neely, are you there? Neely?
Neely.
Neely with a nice name. Are you there? You're
nope,
on the air?
They're
No
off,
Neelys?
They're off working on their Mac. Let's go to let's see.
What did you say?
Huh?
What?
Never
Kathy,
mind. Ignore him.
If Neely's really sorry that he hung up, just tell him to get the sound cable from his CD-ROM.
Let's
and the
go.
sound card hooked up.
Let's go to
chaotic.
Kathy in Dallas.
Hi, Kathy. Welcome to the show. Welcome to Chaos this evening.
Well, thank you so much.
How you doing?
I'm doing okay, except my Mac.
Oh, no!
Oh, no. Did you plan this, Jovan?
I did not.
Kathy's talking now.
I did not.
Well, I've had Netscape on my machine.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I downloaded the Explorer, and I can't figure out how to get any email.
Ah.
I mean, I can't get that sucker set up for anything.
And
it
you
was nice.
and you're using a Mac.
Yes.
What kind of Mac?
Jovan.
Don't get that face on you.
Thank you, Kathy.
What face? You mean this face? What
Yeah,
face?
that one.
I'll smack him for you, Kathy, okay?
Do you have a Power Mac, Kathy?
Okay.
Yeah, it's a Power Mac.
Okay. You
Louise?
downloaded 3.0, right?
Yeah.
Okay. 3.0 comes with a Microsoft News and Mail program that is actually a very nice program. It should be installed when you run the installer for Internet Explorer 3.0. And all you have to do is set up your preferences, like Mark said last week, with your telephone, your SMPT server, your POP server, and your password. And it does your mail. You click on the mail icon on Internet Explorer, and you go there, and you got your mail.
So, Mark, when we come back, I want you to have a tip for Kathy and see if we can make sure that she's got her email set up right for her Mac.
Okay.
We're going to have another treasure hunt during this break. Go call a friend. Tell them to tune in. Look at Lars' wonderful Friends jacket. We'll be right back. Go call a friend. It's worth some software. Hang tight, folks. We'll be right back.
Hey, Pete the Prize Guy here, and it's time for another CityView.com treasure hunt, and here's what you're going to win. It's a Yahoo News ticker. Receive an automatic direct news feed on stocks, world news, business, weather, entertainment, and sports. That's a Yahoo News ticker. Now, here's what you need to do to win. You need to go to CityView.com and on the DallasCityView.com site and find this answer. Harry Belafonte is appearing at this theater. Tell us the date, the location, and the ticket price, and be our first caller to our prize hotline at 214-787-1011, and you'll be the winner.
If you have this on your current web browser, and if you want to fully experience all the internet has to offer,
and have the full power of sound, motion, and color of the World Wide Web,
then there is only one thing you should do. This.
Microsoft's Internet Explorer makes surfing the net, news groups, and email fun and easy.
Even for us newbies.
Internet Explorer has all the cool tools and features, and best of all,
it's absolutely free.
Get smart. Download Internet Explorer now.
Ladies and gentlemen, do you think you know who Girl X is? While the nation so feverishly followed the Ramsey case, a tragically similar story has been playing out in obscurity in the worst housing project in America. A 9-year-old girl brutally raped, poisoned, left near dead, unable to identify her attacker. Why haven't we heard of this story? Is it because she's poor and African American? We'll investigate the shocking story of Girl X on the next Geraldo Rivera Show.
Monday at 1 on Hot TV 27.
My philosophy is get all of the education that you can. My motto is do unto others as you would have them do unto you. In some 40 years of teaching music education and band in the Dallas Public Schools, I encourage all students to take advantage of all of the extracurricular activities afforded you. Music, athletics, and foreign language.
Allison Tucker, a living legend and another thread in our rich Texas tapestry, brought to you by Fox 4 and the Junior Black Academy of Arts and Letters.
Hot TV asks, do you know which witch? Which witch flies on a big brown broom? Which witch drives a big ugly tank? Which witch casts a spell with the twitch of her nose? Which witch downs brew when things get rough? Which witch has a meddling mother? Which witch is the meddling mother? Two witches, a bag full of tricks. A double dose of Mama's Family brewed around Bewitched. Weeknights at 5 on KDFI Hot TV 27.
Some fans think hockey comes naturally to Mike Madonna. The fact is, it took a lifetime of commitment, years of hard work, and countless practice shots.
Cold ice, cool game, hot TV.
Is this in my contract?
The hottest shot is Stars Hockey on Hot TV 27.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please?
If someone showed you the money, would you check out new digs? Well, check this out. Fox 4 News is on a mission to show you some of the coolest pads around from the ground floor up. They're fancy, they're ritzy, and they're fully loaded with some of the funkiest features you've ever seen. Take a sneak peek at Cool Cribs, a Fox 4 News special report Tuesday at 9.
We're back. It's the world's best live triple cast. If you or your company needs an exciting and effective website created, then you need the best web development team in the business. The cast and crew of NetTalk Live. NetTalk Live will create a highly effective website for you or your business. Just give us a call at 800-673-3836. That's 800-673-3836. Follow along with the broadcast of NetTalk Live by going to our homepage at www.nettalklive.com. To send email during the show, address it to nettalk@nettalklive.com.
Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. That's my rap. That's my net rap for the night.
We're rapping and talking about fashion tonight on Net Talk Live, and we're glad you joined us because we have a special home interior segment coming up now.
It's our Mac
Sorry,
rap. Anyway, here. This is. I'm going to do a personal favor for Ryan Morton of our show that helps us out, and I want to say thanks to Dwayne Ross, Miguel Cisneros, and David Morales. Dwayne Ross, Miguel Cisneros, and David Morales.
For what?
For the Whataburgers that we got here tonight. Thanks a lot.
Oh, that's very sweet.
Yummy.
Whataburger.
Their name got said on TV and radio.
I did not partake.
You did not partake in the
No,
Whataburgers?
I did not.
Well, hey.
So for just a hamburger,
That's
your
'cause
name
it's-
can be mentioned on TV and radio.
So Laura's the only one without the onion breath tonight then.
Yeah, that's it. That's how it goes. Anyway, what do you got?
May I do my next website, please? Is it possible? Yes? Oh, come on, y'all. Did we have to go back to the Macintosh stuff with MacMan? Okay, anyway, let's go ahead and go. This is a site.
Wait, hang on. This
It's
is
already up.
I got it.
Okay.
This is an absolutely cool site.
Well, I like
this is one of the coolest ones I have seen.
It's alive.
Hey, it's alive.
Okay.
I think this is great.
He's
It's
not-
absolutely cool.
He's not
It's a
letting me
wonderful
talk.
site. Go ahead, Laura. I'm only playing with you.
Anyway, if you go to Laura's Picks, here's one called It's Alive, and you can go in and just go on our webpage, click on it, and it goes here. And I want you to go ahead and go down. Actually, can you go back, Jeff, to the beginning again? Just go. Here we go. See all those cool little letters, how animated they are? And if you really look very, very close, the S is a snake, and it's hissing and all that. And the A is a shower, and I think it's just the cutest thing. But then you click on It's Alive right there, and we're going to go to the animation gallery.
Wait, look at the orangutan.
Right, the balloon pops and then it's supposed to have like blue paint in it or something. It goes all over them, which is
Pretty
kind of
cool.
fun. Then the animation gallery, we're going to go there. I got the site up because I want to show you what's possible to do on the internet. Go over there to It's Peculiar, Jeff, and we're going to go into the It's Peculiar in the animation gallery. Click on Next. And I want to show you what's possible right there. This is what's possible in designing a website. And
Every little spider and dragonfly on that page is actually
It's
moving
all
like it's alive.
animation. And I wanted to ask Mark, who is our resident web head and web designer. Mark, this is the site I was talking about last week that I thought you'd be kind of jealous or inspired about or whatever. But, I just found this cool site. What would somebody do if you went to the site? Is it truly just inspiration, or can you go steal things like this and take it down to your own computer? What's the deal with this kind of thing?
Well, you can go steal it, but I wouldn't.
Yeah.
You know, we do these. We have some of these on our website.
Isn't that great?
What is it called, by the
Whoever did these did a really good job.
Isn't it beautiful?
They're obviously very, very creative.
And there are all sorts of real interesting. There's some gory things on here, like a shark eating bait, and I don't want to show that, but you know.
Oh yeah,
I
you
mean,
showed me that one.
No, it's
They
disgusting.
have a shark.
Oh, he's gonna
on
do
here
it.
That's
Oh,
absolute.
no, Jeff's
Come on, Jeff.
threatening me.
Jeff,
No.
I want to see the shark.
No,
I don't
Jeff,
know
do it.
if I'd steal any of these. I'd probably get
wouldn't
like
do
a
it.
fly swatter or some spray.
Hey, Mark, what is this called, by the way?
He's going
Mark, what is
there.
this called?
Oh, he's
Well,
going
that's a
there,
good
y'all.
question. I think they're probably animated GIFs.
Probably, there's
hang on, I'll
several
tell you.
animated GIFs, I'd say.
Yeah, they are.
Multiple.
They're
Check this out,
animated.
guys.
They're
Check this
animated
out. Hang on, look at this. Right,
You
if
see
you're
this on
watching
the Discovery
TV,
Channel?
you're in for a treat. Look at this.
Oh, if it starts
You're in
moving
for
here.
an absolute treat if you're watching TV.
There he
And you watch
goes.
this shark when he starts going up and starts get going here. Let's see
See
if he
how
gets,
long? There we
look at
go. He's chomping on it.
That. Is that amazing
And that's
or
just,
what?
you know, I think it's great. I really do. But, you know, I think it's great. I wish that everybody was able to have some sort of cool animation on their site and make it really fun. However, the downside to doing something like this is it takes a long time for this to load. So before the show, the reason it came up so quickly is we went ahead and clicked down in all the pages, and we also put it into our computer little memory called cache, correct?
Mhm.
So we went
All
back to
right.
it. Yes, I do know something.
Welcome to the Internet Hour with Laura Lewis, who's going to teach you everything you need to know about cache and web pages.
Shut up. A year ago, I didn't know this, but now I know it. And so, therefore, we could go in, and it's going to move very, very quickly. But it took a while for that page to load with all those little animated bugs and things. It was really fun, though.
And Mark, those are GIFs or GIFs?
Okay, it depends on what part of the country you come from.
Yeah.
And down around here, we call them GIFs.
And it stands for what?
Graphical
yeah,
interchange format.
Graphical interchange.
That's right.
Graphical
Came up with
interchange format, Dave, and basically it's animation for the web.
Did y'all enjoy that, by the way?
That was great.
That was cool.
I
like
told you
that.
that is one of the most awesome sites
I just think it's
you
fun.
have ever found for the show. I
Well,
am so
thank
glad you found
Well,
that one.
thank you very much.
You're welcome very
Appreciate
much.
it. Okay, what's next, Jovan?
I got some Mac stuff. That question we had
Oh,
about
that's right.
the. I am now a Mac man since he sat in my seat last week.
This
Come
is
and sit in my seat.
This is a Magadget then.
The Magadget.
Okay, go ahead.
The last caller we had that wanted to know how to share files between Mac and PC. Some very good, very cool friends of mine from Sprint called me, and Susan and Seth said, check out Miramar Systems. Miramar makes a program called PC Mac LAN, and you can go to their website at www.miramar. That's MIRAMAR sys.com. And get Mac LAN version 6.0.
Oh, that's a good product. So over there, MacMan Luis.
Thank you, Dave.
Do we have an answer for where we're talking about email using Internet Explorer? She wanted to get it configured out right. Do you have that looked up for us?
Yes, we have. But,
Okay, what we're going to do is when we come back, our MacMan, yes, I'm going to be forced to put him back on the air again in another segment, and he's going to tell you, if you're a Mac person, how you can use Internet Explorer and how you can get email. And I think he's got one more hint for us. But you hang tight. Go call a friend. Laura's got another cool website she's going to show you. It's probably not as good as the last one, but it's a pretty powerful site. We'll be right back. Hang tight. Hey, Netheads, Jovan here. How would you like a chance to win another Pentium 200 machine? How would you like $1,300 worth of free software? Well, let me tell you how you do it. Go to our webpage at www.nettalklive.com. On there, you'll see a logo that says, Come Meet Us Live, March 2nd. Just click on it, and you will be on the page for the Net Talk Live Spring Break. Yes, March 2nd, we're going to be broadcasting live from the Dallas West End. We're giving away thousands of dollars worth of software, several Pentium 200 machines, and other hardware, and each and every person that attends gets $1,300 worth of software, including stuff like a fully licensed copy of Microsoft Front Page. How about Office 97? You'll get a copy of that as well, and many other titles. So go to our webpage at www.nettalklive.com. Click on the icon that says Come Meet Us Live March 2nd, and we will see you live in person March 2nd from the Dallas West End.
What's Marvin doing in the garage?
Helping Bobby make an electromagnet for his school science project.
Marvin knows about electromagnets?
Picked it up on the internet.
I didn't know Marvin was into computers.
He's not.
Finally, a way onto the internet for people who aren't way into computers. New Southwestern Bell Internet Service. With unlimited access, you can actually access.
On the next heat of the night,
I sense you in some kind of trouble.
a boxer down on his luck.
The mob, He's trying to kill Baylor before the FBI buys him.
He's after one last shot at the big time.
Them Detroit people gonna kill you, King.
And only Gillespie can save him
I've got to go and try and talk a man out of killing himself.
from a final knockout in the heat of the night.
Monday at 4 on Hot TV 27.
Did you know that when you turn on a light, you're witnessing African-American history? You may know that Thomas Edison invented the light bulb, but not everyone knows that the carbon filament inside, which makes the light, was invented by Louis Latimer. Over 100 years ago, Latimer's carbon filament changed the world forever. So turn on a light and learn how other African Americans changed the course of history. Celebrate Black History Month.
The stuff you gotta see is on Real TV. Why would this woman dive into shark-infested waters? And what possible reason would she strap food on her arm to get their attention? Then 6,000 horses under the hood get out of control. You try going 170 to nothing in a few seconds flat. Plus, check out the bell bottoms on Gary Shandling. Betcha he wished we hadn't dug up this one. Remember, if it's caught on tape, it's on Real TV.
Monday at 6:30 on Hot TV 27.
See this Dodge Dakota? See this big screen TV? See these round trip tickets? You can score one of these hot prizes and more by playing the Hot TV 27 Watch, Listen, and Win trivia game.
Pick up your entry form at a local 7-Eleven, Incredible Universe, or participating Dodge dealership. Watch the stars on Hot TV 27 this month for the trivia answer. Call 4 in Touch or the Dallas Stars for complete details.
Watch, Listen, and Win all this month.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please?
If someone showed you the money, would you check out new digs? Well, check this out. Fox 4 News is on a mission to show you some of the coolest pans around from the ground floor up. They're fancy, they're ritzy, and they're fully loaded with some of the funkiest features you've ever seen. Take a sneak peek at Cool Cribs, a Fox 4 News special report Tuesday at 9. Live from Dallas, Texas, broadcast worldwide. It's the world's first interactive triple cast. Watch on Hot TV KDFI Channel 27, the live broadcast from the studios of 570 KLIF Radio, and sent worldwide via AudioNet. It's Net Talk Live with your co-host, Laura Lewis. Gadget Guy, Dave Matthews. Webhead, Mark Markham. And your tour guide to the internet and host of Net Talk, Jovan. Net Talk Live is brought to you by Microsoft, developers of the world's leading computer software, including the internet's smartest web browser, Internet Explorer. Get smart. Download your free copy of Internet Explorer now. Communication Expo, your one-stop low-price communication superstore. Communication Expo, the first 20,000 square foot communication superstore. Visit us in North Dallas at Beltline and the Toll Road. Sponsored in part by Computer Currents Magazine, your source for computing in the real world. Visit us on the World Wide Web at currents.net. Sponsored in part by cityview.com, your local information and entertainment source. Visit us on the World Wide Web at cityview.com. So boot up your computer, grab your mouse, and join in the fun, learning about the internet and the World Wide Web. Follow along with the broadcast of Net Talk Live by going to our homepage at www.nettalklive.com. To send email during the show, address it to nettalk@nettalklive.com.
Okay, folks, we're back, headed into the next segment here. It's a pretty long segment. I want to kind of give you some information real quick. One, for our March 2nd live broadcast that we're doing at the West End, if you're not on the internet, you may come, okay? You can show up if you're not on the internet. What we'd recommend, though, is you need to sign up over the internet and the World Wide Web. Go find a friend, and the friends you tell about it that are on the net, have them sign up through our website. The reason being is so we can reserve your piece of software and make sure you get your software package. All of you that show up without registrations, that aren't on the list, that have your confirmations, you will be the last ones to get your software, and we're going to try to accommodate everyone, but that's the risk you take when you're not on the web. But we're pretty sure we're going to be able to accommodate everyone, so you can just show up. If you're not on the internet,
they
you
could go
may
to the
show
library,
up.
right? They go to the library, they go to a cyber cafe, things like that, to find a computer that's on the internet and go to our website and register.
Right. They can get somebody to sign you up. Okay, Pete, I'm going to throw a curveball real quick here at Pete, our prize guy, and I'm going to do one trivia hunt. And this is completely unique. Now, Pete, this is going to be for the 10th caller. Not the first, not the second, but for the 10th caller to our prize hotline, which is 214-787-1011. That's 214-787-1011. You're going to go to cityview.com. And what I want to do is I want to have somebody call me and tell me every city, both national and international, that is listed on cityview.com that you can access through cityview.com. The 10th caller to prize hotline 787-1011 will win. Ready, Pete? 2 Mavericks tickets to any Mavericks game. 2 tickets to any Mavericks game. Be the 10th caller, 787-1011, and you will win that. What do you think? Pretty good, Laura.
I think it's great.
Okay, let's go back to Luis. Luis, do we have the answer for Kathy and her Internet Explorer? What's up?
Yes. Whoa. Okay.
Daytona 500.
Anyway,
What was that?
Moving right along.
Did somebody run over your Mac back there or something?
Jeff.
No.
Jeff.
You guys are so cruel. Anyway.
I'm not happy.
That is bad.
Okay, Luis. Me
Done?
neither. Look at Luis. Really.
Okay.
Are you done yet?
That's what you can do when you have a lot of time in between breaks.
I'm telling you, too much time on your hands.
Okay.
Okay, so if you run the Internet Mail and News application that is installed with the Internet Explorer 3.0, you can go to the Edit menu and just select Preferences. And in here, you can select, you put your SMTP host. Golly, I can get that out. POP account and your POP password. Make sure that on top of here where it says get the information from Internet Config.
What was the first thing we were supposed to do, Luis? Go to our what?
To the SMTP.
Okay, you get it right that
Simple
time.
Mail Transfer
Mean.
Protocol.
He is mean, Luis. We got to get him
I'm
after the
telling
show.
you. So you enter the information about your provider, and if you want to use Internet Config, which I talked to before, where it's a little program that saves all these preferences for you, and everybody else uses it, so you never have to type it again. You can click on the icon on the bottom that says Launch IC, and you make sure that you put all your information right here on your email account, your password, your host, and once you do that, then you can click on this little checkbox up here, and it'll get that information from there, both for your mail server and for your user profile, which is your email address and your name. And you hit OK, and you can check your mail. You can just say send and receive the mail, and it'll go and check your mail, and that should work for you. The tip that I have for you guys is about drag and drop. And drag and drop on the Mac works across the board, no matter what program. If, for example, I want to go to this site right here, I can either select it and drag it on my browser.
Isn't that fun? I love
If
that.
Oh, wow. You took it right from email and just drug it over to the browser.
Right.
Or I can drag it to any text application like this little sticky right here. And let's say somebody sends you a document with a link. You can just select that link, drag it on top of your browser, on your page, and it'll load that page right up.
That's a virtual Post-it note. I like that.
See, I love that.
Very cool.
See, that's
It's all over the
why
place,
Macintosh is so great.
So is that unique to Macintoshes, Luis?
Well, drag and drop is unique to Mac in the sense that it's across the board. It's not between applications written by the same company. So you can do from within 2 different applications within the system itself. It's not limited by which software.
And that's something that a PC does that a Mac doesn't.
The PC does it only between applications that are written, that talk, like, for example, if you do between Word and Excel and things like that.
Oh, okay. Well, hey, that was pretty good. Thanks a lot.
It's very good.
So, Laura, I know.
Thank you, Laura.
Okay, wait. I stand corrected.
Somebody's got to defend me.
Yes.
Luis.
Yes, sir.
Look, okay?
Jovan.
That was so incredibly excellent.
Don't patronize me, Jovan.
Yes,
That
there
was
you
good.
go.
Actually,
Jovan,
that was very
No,
good.
it was. It
Don't
was
make him leave
very
the show.
good. Okay.
That
Jovan,
was good.
Listen, I did a search earlier to choose one of my last websites today, my hot pick, Laura's Picks. If you want to go to our website again and look on Laura's Picks, it's called NetAngel. And what I did is I did a search for angels, and I wanted to find out what would come up. Now, Jeff, we're going to this right here, and like I said, all you have to do do is click on this hot site, hot link in our page. We go to the very, very bottom of this. This is a very, very good, it's just kind of a fun and interesting site because I actually, do you believe in angels, Javon?
Of course.
I believe in, go right, we're going to go to the angel stories right there. Now go ahead and click right here. First of all, before you click, wait 1 second, Jeff. See all these? Those have been submitted from people from all around the world. They have stories about their encounters with angels. Now go to the one I pointed out earlier, the angel in the snow. Thank you so much, Jeff. This is wonderful. Anyway, and you don't need to leave that up anymore. What I wanted to do is, you can go ahead and take that off, is that when I went through this site, Jovan, and I was by myself going through this, and I went to these angel stories, and I looked at a few of them, but I started reading, and this angel in the snow, I'm sitting there crying at my computer. It is I'm not kidding you. It is incredible that you can go onto the web and find these inspirational stories, whether they're fiction or whether they're real, and I choose to believe they're real, is that you can go in here and look at these people's inspiring experiences and get the message out of it. And this is part of the wonderful diversity of the web. Truly, is that you can go in, and that's all I did is I went to a search engine, punched in angels, looked at all these thousands and thousands of sites, and chose this one in particular. And I thought, and by the way, you go to the site and it has music that plays in the background, and it's just really, really great and fun. And of course, I have to add this wonderful feminine element, or else this would be a total male show here.
Laura, that definitely beats me crying in my beer.
So anyway, I just wanted to let you. And there's also, by the way, Jovan, an angel gallery where you can go in and you can buy little angel pins and things like that. So it's just a very huge, diverse site. And as you know, angels are very, very, very popular now.
I think it'd be interesting to go in and read some of those people's stories about. Is it like angelic encounters and stuff like that?
Yeah, an angel appearing in somebody's life, and strange. And I have had one of those experiences in my life when I was about 20 years old, and I'll share that sometime in the appropriate environment. But yeah, I truly believe in these kind of things, and they're really great. And I bet there are a lot of people out there who have had these experiences and are afraid to tell anybody because they think they might sound crazy.
Well, you should check it out on our website. Of course, that's under Laura's Picks. Let's go to our next call. Let's go to Mark in Plano.
Hey, Mark in Plano, how are you doing?
Hey, just fine.
You are on Net Talk Live. Do you have any questions?
Yeah, well, I'm having a problem here with my computer.
Okay.
And what'll happen is I'll download a program, and then when I want to go to unzip and install the program on my computer, I get an error message saying a device attached to the system is not functioning. So what can I do?
Okay, well, let's go over to Mark first. Mark, he said he's trying to use a program, unzip it and stuff, and he says, device not attached to system. What do you think?
Wow, I'm not sure what kind of program is it. Is it like a sound? Is it a
well,
sound
actually,
file application?
I've downloaded McAfee, the virus scanner, and some other ones. It does it with every program I download.
So when you download it off the net and you unzip it into a folder?
Well, it's just, when you download something, it comes up and you have to go double-click on it to unzip it, then install it to, to use the program.
Right.
It's coming up with that error message. So it's really not letting me do anything with it.
What does the error message exactly say?
Exactly. It says a device attached to the system is not functioning.
I got a question
Dave,
for you.
you got any ideas?
Yeah, if a file is not downloaded in binary mode, this can happen. Are you using which program to do the download from?
It's from Internet Explorer.
Okay, that should handle the binary translation. Mark, could he have...
Yeah, I'm thinking that you've got an IRC or an IRQ conflict in your system. If you go to Control Panel and double-click on System and then go into Device Manager, I want to know if you have any exclamation points or big red X's going down the list where all your equipment is.
And if he does, what does he do?
He needs to get a hold of a technician or somebody to help him to reconfigure his computer so he can get the device working correctly. It's probably a drive, maybe, or if he's got a SCSI device, or maybe his video adapter or something that's causing some serious conflict.
And something's happened that's probably messed it up. And what he does, he goes to Control Panel, right? On his computer, and then clicks on what?
System.
System, and then it lists every piece of device that's in the system, and if something has a red X or an exclamation point, something's wrong.
There's something wrong.
Okay, well, hopefully that'll help him out there. So I know we've got Kim. Kim, are you over there in the hot seat?
Yes, I'm over here.
Laura, what's going on? Is your chair crashing on you? I'm sitting here, guys, and you can't see me in the studio. Laura sits directly across from me, and her chair is crashing, and it just keeps on sinking.
I don't want this chair anymore.
I just see her keep on sinking every few minutes.
Let me go up again.
It just keeps on letting out the air.
There we go.
You sure you're not doing that?
Laura, stop it.
Because she just kind of drops every now and then, and I just see her fringe jacket. Show that fringe jacket. See this? All I see is this fringe flapping. Laura's cool 70 jackets there. By the way, you'd have probably been wearing that jacket when you were listening to Steve Miller doing this, huh? Are you flying like an eagle, Laura? What timing?
No.
Are you flying
Woodstock.
like an eagle?
Woodstock Revisited.
Well, let's show her when we come back. We're going to go to Kim Adams. She's got some great chat stuff coming up. She's going to show you some cool sites. We'll be right back after this very, very brief message. Call a friend.
Ed Jovan here, and it's time for a Net Talk Live treasure hunt. The site you're going to go to is our website at www.nettalklive.com. And if you're the winner, we're going to give you 2 pieces of software. The first piece is Yahoo Internet News Ticker. You can get entertainment, news, sports, weather, and financial reports all on your screensaver on your computer. The second piece of software is called Burn It. Email, personal files, legal files, love letters. And when you erase them on your computer, do you really think they're gone? Well, Burn It can make sure they're gone off your hard drive forever. That's what you're going to win. Now, here's what you do. Go to our website, nettalklive.com, and find the following saying. Ready for this? Find the saying, Yabba Dabba Doo. Yes, Yabba Dabba Doo. It's somewhere in our website, and if you're the first one to find that saying, give us a call at 787-1011. That's our prize hotline at 214-787-1011, and you'll win.
I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, burns, burns. Get up there. The ring of fire. The ring of fire. I fell.
Area secured.
To Buzz.
If you could change anything about yourself, what would it be?
And get new teeth. Or not to Buzz. So don't you buzz me. That is the question.
What's the biggest lie you ever told a guy?
I'm going out with my friends.
Hi, I'm Andy Wood, host of Buzz, the game where fast-talking, quick-thinking singles get the date of their dream. So make a date with Buzz.
Monday at 11 on Hot TV 27.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please?
If someone showed you the money, would you check out new digs? Well, check this out. Fox 4 News is on a mission to show you some of the coolest pads around from the ground floor up. They're fancy, they're ritzy, and they're fully loaded with some of the funkiest features you've ever seen. Take a sneak peek at Cool Cribs, a Fox 4 News special report Tuesday at 9.
Ladies and gentlemen, do you think you know who Girl X is? While the nation so feverishly followed the Ramsey case, a tragically similar story has been playing out in obscurity in the worst housing project in America. A 9-year-old girl brutally raped, poisoned, left near dead, unable to identify her attacker. Why haven't we heard of this story? Is it because she's poor and African American? We'll investigate the shocking story of Girl X on the next Geraldo Rivera show.
Monday at 1 on Hot TV 27.
My philosophy is get all of the education that you can. My motto is do unto others as you would have them do unto you. In some 40 years of teaching music education and band in the Dallas Public Schools, I encourage all students to take advantage of all of the extracurricular activities afforded you. Music, athletics, and foreign language.
Allison Tucker, a living legend and another thread in our rich Texas tapestry, brought to you by Fox 4 and the Junior Black Academy of Arts and Letters.
Hot TV asks, do you know which witch? Which witch flies on a big brown broom? Which witch drives a big ugly tank? Which witch casts a spell with the twitch of her nose? Which witch downs brew when things get rough? Which witch has a meddling mother? Which witch is the meddling mother? 2 witches, a bag full of tricks. A double dose of Mama's Family brewed around Bewitched. Weeknights at 5 on KDFI, Hot TV 27.
We're back with the world's first live triple cast. It's Net Talk Live. If you'd like to become a sponsor of Net Talk or have your website or computer product shown on the air, just give us a call.
What did I do there? Did I cut off that music there?
No.
How do you like that? It's my
That's-
chat.
that
It's
shows
my
up.
chat hat. You
I
like
want that
Check it
hat.
It shows up
It's
real well.
Brandon's chat hat. See,
Okay,
it's
let's
a smiley face.
Let's explain what it is. Hang on. This is called a smiley.
It's called an emoticon.
Well, yes, an emoticon, but it's also it's a smiley because you've got a little face on there, and that's done with folks. If you're communicating over the internet in emails and chat and things like that, that's a half of a paren. It's a paren or of a parentheses. There's a hyphen and then a colon.
That's
and
how you would smile at somebody in chat.
you could smile at
So,
somebody.
so Raina, turn your camera here so we can show them how they're supposed to look at it. Turn it, rotate your camera there, okay? So basically, you'd see the smiley
there
face.
he is. He's so cute.
That's the smiley face,
Isn't he
but it's
cute?
a paren sign, a hyphen, and a colon.
Some people like to use emoticons and some people don't. I like
Yeah,
them.
You put them at the end of the messages and stuff. But anyway, speaking of chat, I know we got Chat Chick over there stuck in the hot seat.
Yes,
what do you
I'm
have
here.
for us?
Well, what I've got, Jovan, I get a lot of email from people about trying to get on Net Talk Chat during the week, and I just want to let everybody know that our server's up only on Sunday nights for the show to chat. So when they try to log on to Pound Net Talk during the week, it's not going to work.
Except Wednesday nights it does too.
Well, Wednesday nights, but that's from 8 to 10. But the main night is Sunday nights from about 8:30 on to midnight, and I'm up there chatting. But any other time, you can't get on.
Because it's kind of unique to the show and stuff.
That's correct. That's correct. Also tonight, I do have two of my favorite chat sites. One chat site is tribal.com, and that's what's called Powwow. And it's a great way to get on and chat with people and surf the net with 6 other people, and you can just all go surf the net together.
How?
Well, you have to download Powwow from tribal.com, and all the instructions are there. And you would just look up, go to the white pages, and look up who you want to chat with. There's just an email address, and if that person's name looks great, you double-click on that, and boom, you're automatically talking to them on your browser.
How?
Isn't that...
We were just telling you hello. Come on.
Anyway,
As Laura gets mad at me and says, that's not politically correct. You can't do that.
That's kind of...
I'm freaking out over here.
That's kind of fun.
That was funny. And she's answering away. And
you know,
Okay.
I'm doing my job here.
Go ahead.
And then also NASCAR.com, because, of course, race day started today. And so there's a lot of people at NASCAR.com. Just go to that site.
So there's a
and
chat site in the NASCAR site.
That's correct. And scroll on down a little bit, and you can see the chat site. There were about 140 people on when I checked in earlier today.
Wow.
Talking about the big winner, Jeff Gordon. I think he's the youngest winner to win Daytona ever in history. Pete let me know about that.
Yeah, that's true. Pete chimed in my ear. You know, Pete Aronis, who answers the phones here in Net Talk, actually does a show called Race Talk, which is immediately before us on most Sunday evenings, and he talks about exactly this subject. And from what I understand, it's a hot topic.
Yep, absolutely. It's definitely a hot topic. So those are both linked to the page under Kim's Favorites. And just go there, and every week I'll have my little fun topics just like Laura.
Great. Well, we appreciate that, Kim. This is some good stuff. Let's take our last call for the night. Let's go to Tommy in Dallas.
How you doing today?
Great.
Hi, Tommy.
I was just a question about the U.S. robotics chip that transformed the 33.6 to 7K. I was wondering, is Internet America able to handle that modem?
That's an interesting question. Dave is our
Well-
gadget guy. We hear about this technology going to 56K and not being at 28.8 or 33.6. He's asking, is his internet service provider going to be able to handle it?
This is a very good question. Internet America is working with Southwestern Bell to create this ITS, or it's a new way to bring modems out of Internet America and into the offices around your neighborhoods. Unfortunately, the modems that are going to be used are Rockwell modems, and that protocol is called 56K+. The US robotics modems use a protocol called X2. Right now, there's no standard for those to talk. It'll probably be 3 to 8 months after this is even released, which, remember, this isn't even available yet. But after it's released, then standards will finally be made. But initially, no, it won't be compatible.
So it's not compatible.
No, not off the get-go.
Wow. Well, there, a lot of people have questions about that 56K, folks. I think you're just going to have to hang on, and you're kind of stuck with 33.6 or 28.8 right now. That's just kind of the way it goes. So, Mark, another good show, my friend. Anything else to add on this West End event that's coming up?
Go register, because there's going to be probably a lot more software and more hardware and computers and stuff than we even know about today.
and we've got some scanners and stuff, and you're adding more
Scanners.
software to it every single day. The software is
All
getting
the
better.
time.
Okay,
Absolutely.
Dave, great show.
Thank
Great
you.
tan, by the way.
Thank you. It's peeling away. You know, it was weird, Jovan. 7 days with no pager, no phone, no computer. And
How did you do that?
I'm not shaking as much as I
Withdrawal
used to be
symptoms.
anymore.
You're getting your gadget.
Pretty bad.
Laura, great sites. I
Well,
really
thank
like
you.
that. It's a live site.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Pretty
I-
fun.
I think that's probably the best site we've shown. I
Aw.
really honestly believe that.
Thank you.
That is an awesome site
I will
you
try
found.
to find some and compete with myself on these.
I was going to
sites.
say, how are you going to top that?
I don't know.
I'm going to make an animated GIF of Laura for the site. I'm going to have
What
it
am
up
I
there
going
next
to be
week.
doing? I'm
Anyway,
afraid to ask.
Let's go
The
back.
Macarena.
Let's go back to our webpage here as we go in closing, folks. I want to remind you, you need to go sign up to come meet us live March 2nd at the Dallas West End. We have software for you. We're going to be giving away Pentium computers, the new MMX computers. You know what? It's going to be a huge event, the largest internet event of its kind to ever been done, and we're opening up to the general public. But you want to sign up over the web, so you make sure you have your software. Next week, when you tune in to Net Talk Live, it's going to be a little different next week. It's going to be a very special, unique show. A very special, unique show next week. So tell your friends to tune in. We love you. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks all the guys here that make Net Talk Live go around.
Thanks, Jeff.
Hey,
Thanks, Kurt.
make it a great week, folks. We'll see you next week.
This has been Net Talk Live. Net Talk Live is a presentation of AudioNet, the broadcast network on the internet. 570 KLIF, home of the Talk Team, and Hot TV KDFI, Channel 27. Net Talk Live is brought to you by Microsoft, developers of the world's leading computer software, including the internet's smartest web browser, Internet Explorer. Get smart. Download your free copy of Internet Explorer now. Communication Expo, your one-stop low-price communication superstore. Sponsored in part by Computer Currents Magazine, your source for computing in the real world. CityView.com, your local information and entertainment source. If you'd like to become a sponsor of Net Talk or have your website or computer product shown on the air, just give us a call. This is Net Talk,